सामान को ऐड टू कार्ट करो, ये वॉलेट में पैसे होते, ये वॉलेट ऐसे पैसे डालो, ये जो स्केल बना है इसमें टिक लगाओ, यहाँ कन्फर्म करो, ऐसे करना है। दूसरा, हमारी दुकान से यानी मेरी दुकान से किसी भी प्रकार की प्रॉब्लम हो तुरंत मिले आप।
So City Mall, in a nutshell, is a social e-commerce platform.
To begin with, Mio is a social commerce company.
Afrmos is in the business of making supply chain efficient. And to do that, we believe that resellers are core assets to achieve that goal.
Differently to e-commerce, which aims for a direct digital translation of brick-and-mortar browsing, social commerce is the manifestation of community leaders, influencers, or KOLs' connections to generate sales by marketing directly to their close network of friends and family. These resellers, as they are often referred to, manage the ordering and last-mile delivery of the goods to their customers, and in return, earn a commission on every sale made. Social commerce is already a $13 billion industry in Southeast Asia and will become an estimated $70 billion market in India by 2030, empowering around 40 million small entrepreneurs. Social commerce is here to stay. The question is, why has it become such a powerful tool, and how can it grow even further?
We are targeting the next 500 million people essentially living in these really small towns and villages in India who are complete offline buyers, and hence their ticket sizes are very low. All the e-commerce platforms are built for 1500 and above rupees ticket sizes. So as soon as the ticket sizes go down, it's completely impossible to serve these consumers.
The first element propelling social commerce forward is the method's ability to efficiently bridge the logistics gap in Tier 2 and 3 cities. For example, Indonesia and Philippines are a logistical nightmare for delivery agents when attempting to reach customers through a network of land and sea transport options.
In Indonesia, there are thousands of islands and many population live in lower tier cities. In lower tier cities, the supply chain infrastructure is underdeveloped, and the population there cannot access affordable products that has a consistent quality.
Additionally, in a country like Vietnam, the lack of delivery and warehousing infrastructure has exacerbated the challenges of last-mile delivery in suburban and rural areas, leading most e-commerce platforms to remain focused on major cities.
When you have very inefficient or poor supply chain or logistics, the customer will bear the cost. Second of all, the customer in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities, when they receive, often, went through many layers of middlemen. Usually they are farmers or suppliers, and then they are, the wholesale, and then there are the brokers, and then the retails, and then the merchants, and many layers more, and then you can get product.
Prices for daily necessities can cost up to 200% more in the rural East than they would in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities.
We have somebody called as a community leader. As a platform, we just deliver to these community leaders. So they are the people who do the logistics, last mile delivery. Our sort of main thesis around this is that these micro entrepreneurs or community leaders are like the heart of what we are building.
These startups make logistics even easier by maintaining their own network of warehouses, hubs, and delivery partners to send their products to resellers, who are then left to handle last-mile delivery.
So we have seen tremendous growth just by focusing on the agents and helping them try to spread the ideas to their local neighborhood, and they can have a sale easily.
मम्मी जी, वो राशन खत्म हो रहा था, तो मैंने सिटी मॉल ऐप से मंगवा लिया।
ऑनलाइन क्यों मंगवाया? महंगा मिला होगा। राजू की दुकान से मंगवाती, पैसे भी बच जाते।
बचा लिए मम्मी जी। सिटी मॉल ऐप पर राजू की दुकान से भी 10% कम दाम पर मिलता है, और इस पूरे महीने 500 रुपए की बचत हुई है, चाय पत्ती से लेके चीनी तक।
One of the crucial challenges social commerce helps overcome is the online trust deficit.
The world of commerce is all offline, and that's not today, but that's been happening through decades. So to move these consumers from being deep offline buyers to coming and purchasing online, there's a need for a very strong layer of trust and social proof.
In this case, social commerce, or rural commerce, helps unlock e-commerce for rural consumers.
All of the people in the same neighborhood, they rely on social preferences. So if I know you well, then I tend to trust you more, especially in the low-income regions when I want to buy something.
Resellers are often community leaders whose opinions and presence can lend a strong sense of validation for online purchases.
The role of the agent is that they would help us acquire the customer in their neighborhood or their social circle, like friends, family members, or co-workers.
They evangelize the platform in their own community. So they are the guys who acquire customers, they do the sales and marketing to sort of retain and handhold those customers to come and transact online.
They can also handle customer services. They are our point of sales, but they are also our front line to deal with the customer complaints.
Finally, another factor that has been pivotal in the adoption of social commerce is the way it democratized entrepreneurship by bridging the entrepreneurial gap.
Ngapain, Mbak? Namanya juga usaha. Usaha bisa lebih mudah kalau pakai Evermost, Mbak.
In Evermost, over 64% of resellers are women. We provide them with training, mentoring, so that they can become successful micropreneur.
Right now, we have empowered more than 2,000 women in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. From day one, we have very clear vision that we want to have the millions of women of Vietnam to empower them to become, micro-entrepreneurs.
Startups like Evermost and Mio deliberately focus on empowering women and homemakers, more often than not, raising their monthly household income by 15 to 30%.
Perkenalkan, saya Ibu Tri Murtiati, reseller dari Kecamatan Cileunyi. Memilih menjadi reseller Evermost melalui training baik online maupun offline. Jadi insya Allah kita bisa menjadi reseller yang profesional.
On average, our reseller earn around 40 to 50 USD per month, and with that amount of income, they can use this money to buy basic needs such as food, education, as well as health services.
Currently, social commerce is a space dominated by bright-minded entrepreneurs and visionary startups. Though recently, the market has drawn in competition from established e-commerce players, with Shopsy, a social commerce offering from Flipkart, projected to hit 100 million users, or China's Alibaba and JD.com, who have begun trialing their own versions of social commerce models. But in social commerce, one company cannot dominate all markets, as each region has a different supply chain challenge. If the future is social, then social commerce is the future of retail, and the opportunities knocking at the door cannot be ignored.